Everyone's going to. All right. That was quick. Thank you, Liz. Good morning, and everyone should be muted right now. And please keep your line muted unless you are speaking, because it's very distracting to the rest of us if there's a bunch of background noise. So just please remember that etiquette. And if you're doing other things like eating breakfast or running or whatever, just turn your camera off because that's also distracting. So welcome to our Monday morning miracle call. Today is Monday, October the 7th, 2024. My name is Michelle Niels, and I will be your host today. And the purpose of this call, if you are new, we meet every Monday morning. And the purpose of the call is to share our stories, to share our testimonials, our excitement, our enthusiasm, our passion. Because as Robin Mascari says, we offer people hope. Okay, we can never lose sight of that. We offer hope. We offer hope for physical health and regeneration and age reversal. And we also offer hope for financial freedom, or at least some financial security, because that's what happens when you apply yourself to this business. So with that in mind, let's offer hope to one another. Let's open our hearts and share our stories, not be shy. Let's be bold and brave and also brief. We must be brief on this call, please. Be respectful of other people who also want to share. So we try to keep our shares to 30 seconds to a minute. And there's a few parameters. We do not name diseases. We do not claim LifeWave patches do not cure, diagnose, treat, prevent any disease. So please don't name diseases, but rather speak about symptoms and what patches you used. Okay. The first 15 minutes, we speak just about the X39. So please keep that in mind because that is the star of the show. And we want to focus on the X39. Most of us have built our business on with just the X39 for the first several months, because that is what's recommended for at least the first 90 days. So for the first 15 minutes, we will share X39 stories, and then we'll open it up to the other patches. So how you raise your hand is at the bottom of your screen. You should see a little icon that says raise hand. If you have an older version, it may be in the reactions part, and then you click on that. So when you're ready, raise your hand and leave your hand up, please, so I can see you on the screen. Otherwise, you disappear. So please leave your hand up while you're speaking. And okay, I think that's it. Let's get those hands up. Let's share some hope with one another. And we're going to start with Laura. All right, Laura, go ahead and unmute.
Okay. So I my story is that I had an accident on 19th April, and I was injured pretty badly on my spine and my left hip, and I cannot take painkillers, so I was looking for some type of relief, and I had patches and I tried them on, but I guess I was not educated enough to know exactly where to put them. But today, I tried the simplest way for me was to put an ice wave. I didn't try. I tried the X39 yesterday, but I don't think the day before yesterday. I don't think I placed it in the right position. I don't know, but anyway, I placed an ice wave patch, the tan on the left in the area where it hurts the most, and I put the white on the right on the glutes where my pain is the most excruciating one. And I think about 10 minutes and my pain was relieved. I also placed YHA on my hand, on my right hand, and the pain that I had in my wrist has subsided. So that's my story. Thank you very much for letting me share.
Thank you, Laura. And, speak with the person who enrolled you, because there may be just a little tweak that you need to do for the X39, because again, we do start with that. And let's remember that the first part of this call is just focused on the X39. But the fact that you said you didn't notice, it could be just a little tweak that you need to do in order to have the results. So keep using the X39,
I only had two, because from the previous time when I was enrolled, and I just got my package yesterday. So I will get together today with my sponsor, and
Okay.
she's going to introduce me to some leaders that will teach me how to do it. So
All
thank you.
right.
Yeah, she's taking very good care of me.
Good, good,
Yeah,
good, Laura. That's important. Thank you. Welcome to our
thank you.
community. Welcome. Okay, Zoom user. I don't know who that is. Tell us your name. Go ahead and unmute. You're next.
Hey, this is Karen. I cannot get my picture or my name up there. I don't know what happened. Anyway,
Okay. Hi,
I
Karen.
just want, I'm so sorry. I was trying to do it and I just couldn't do it. Anyway, I just want to give a quick one. I've given it before. You know, a lot of people get neck and shoulder tension. And with me, I don't know, I've got this sling on and I've had it on my neck now for like about 2 months, and I get a lot of that. But really, oh wait, it's not an X39 one. Oh,
Oh,
never
okay, Karen, come back
mind.
because
I'll come back.
we really need to stick with
I
X39.
apologize for
Okay.
that. That's my fault.
That's okay. That's okay. Come back in about 10, 15 minutes. All right, Glenda.
Yeah.
Glenda the youth, Glenda who's getting younger every time I see her. Glenda is my friend, and
Oh, hi,
she's one of
Michelle.
my newer brand partners. So happy to see you, hon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get my video on too, so I had to switch and get on my computer. I don't know what was happening on my phone. Anyway, I'm happy to be here and see you. Um, so I became a user a few months ago. I think I'm just starting my 4th month. And my husband got immediate results in terms of pain relief. He didn't have a neurological pain. He had a chronic pain from past injuries, and he was just I got immediate relief. And so I said, "Gosh, I don't know what this is about." Called Michelle, and she sent me some info, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is energy medicine, light medicine. And
Yes.
I have been looking and trying different kinds of energy medicine for the last couple years. And things I believe in, but they take a lot of work too, right? Because you have to sit for 45 minutes there, whatever. Anyway, long story short, started using X39. I immediately noticed changes in my skin, just good energy. And what I wanted to really report on today is my endurance. I just can't believe how I can hike now, climb hills. I'm in Estes. I went with my family. We went up a climb at the visitor center on the top of Rocky Mountain National Park, and I did the whole thing. I mean, well, I did the whole thing last year, but I had to stop 4 or 5 times. This time I didn't. And it just feels amazing. And really, I'm just so grateful because I know what it's doing for me and how it's going to make my life just better as I grow older.
Oh, what a beautiful and compliant testimonial, Glenda. No, I am serious, you guys. I've known this. I met her years and years and years ago in a business networking group, and then I ran into her again at a health fair in June, and she looks younger now, and she looked great then. But I mean, every time I see you, Glenda, you really look like the years are just rolling back. So
Thank you.
so happy to see your enthusiasm and hear your energy. That's wonderful. Thanks,
Thank
Glenda.
you.
All right, Ravel, and then Diane, and then Jonathan.
Michelle, it's always great to hear you. Thanks for being here. And
you.
after hearing Glenda, I'm changing what I'm going to share because it was so great. So I was going to share about a teenager, and I shared this at the director's call. It's definitely worth being part of that mastermind. I shared that there was a teenager that was having a headache, and I put X39 in the back of his neck, and he told me right away, he said, I feel nothing now. And I said, well, that's good because you were in a lot of pain. And his mother told me that 20 minutes later, he was completely pain-free. So that was interesting, given X39 is not a pain patch. But I wanted to mention that just starting off with a new decade in life this year, I have skied more than I ever have in my life this past winter, and also climbed a mountain last year. So, and I noticed that there were young adults and teenagers behind me kind of panting away. So I was really patched up. So thanks X39.
Oh, beautiful. Which decade are you entering, Ravel?
My 20s.
Yes, I thought so. I know. Oh, happy. That's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to ask the hosts or maybe the person, please leave your hand up, okay? Because when the hand goes down, you move off the where I'm looking at you. So leave hands up, please. Okay, Diane is next, then Jonathan. Go ahead, Diane. Unmute, please.
Good morning, everybody. I, a little over a year ago, put on an X39, wore it for 12 hours, and the next day, a 9-year-old shoulder injury that was in both shoulders was gone, and it's never come back. I noticed
my
it when I was emptying the dishwasher and putting bowls back up on the second shelf above my head, and my shoulders just didn't hurt. There was no twinge, no tenderness. I didn't have to go slowly and carefully. I could just bam, put them up there without
Now,
breaking.
Diane, this was one X39, one day?
Correct.
Okay, you're what we call the one patch wonder. I'm gonna give a little disclaimer to people who are new. That does happen. I mean, we have seen that. Okay, it's science. It sounds like a miracle. It's science. However, we don't usually tell people that in one day you're going to have your symptoms go away. We want to set, maybe set the bar a little lower, and then if they exceed that, then we can celebrate. But that is amazing. It can happen. It can definitely happen.
And I have more.
Okay.
Because I didn't just stop because I got that one miracle. I kept wearing it every single day and have for over a year now. And with each passing week, more and more things happened. Months passed and something else happened. Over and over, this occurred. For example, I don't have any more heartburn ever.
Oh,
And my
man.
energy levels have continued to increase. So I kept wearing it because I knew there was more to come,
More to
and
come.
it has happened. And so it's been a little over a year, and I'm still wearing them every single day, and I keep getting more and more miracles.
Diane, I truly have goosebumps because I can feel what's shifted for you and what's happened. And it's consistency, everybody, every day, consistency. Yay, Diane. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, Jonathan, our big smile man. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm out at the park. I've got maybe almost a 4.5 miles walk in, and I've been running from the lawnmower guy because he seems like he's following me, so it won't be so much. But anyway,
Lawnmower man. Oh gosh.
lawnmower man. Oh my goodness. So real quick, the first time I tried this was almost 5 years ago. Oh, there he started back up.
Uh-oh.
Almost 5 years ago, and I noticed that I read the clinical study, and it says that people who used the X39 during the clinical study had great results with their blood pressure. So that was the reason why I tried it. I had an excitable heart, but I was going for my blood pressure. So the first time I put it on, I felt energy in my chest. And I'm like, is this really going on? Then 8 weeks later, I tested it because I set up my doctor's appointment. 8 weeks later, I went to my cardiologist, and he said, "What's going on with your blood pressure? It's better than it's ever been since you come to see me." I said, "Well, this is what I'm doing. This is a photobiomodulation patch." And he's like, "What?" So then a year and a half later, they're setting me up to do an ablation on my heart. That's where they go into the top of your heart and burn it. I said, "Give me 3 months." 3 months later, my excitable heart was no more excitable. It was doing what it was supposed to do. And they couldn't believe it. They had me come back in 6 months and a year. They still didn't believe it. They said, "Okay, finally, give me this information about what you're doing." I did, and they didn't do anything with it. Some will, some won't. So what? Let's go. Amen?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I think you just gave us all a B12 shot. That's awesome. Love your shares. Are you going to be in Dallas?
I'm going to be there, and I expect a hug from you.
I can't wait to hug you. All right. Thanks, Jonathan.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Okay, Sherry.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yes, when I started the X39, which was 4 months, actually 5 months ago, just before COVID hit, I was slated for a full knee replacement. got the X39, and in 1.5 months, I went from walking a mile, sometimes 2 miles, to 5 miles a day. To this point now, at 5 months, I literally walked an old trail that I'd walked before multiple times with my sister and her son and family. And I thought, oh, here, towards the end, I'm going to get, things will start, the memory of my body saying, oh, this is the hard part at the end. And literally, I climbed that mountain, that hill like nothing before. And I realized that pinnacle moment that not only had my knee healed, but I am going beyond anything that I've ever been in the last 10 years. I will be 70 in January. I hope this inspires everyone to keep going and to realize the miracle and the science behind X39. Thank you.
Oh, Sherry, thank you. Our bodies are miracles, and the patches are the science that pulls it all together. Yay. Thank you so much. So
Hey,
good.
Michelle, real quick, I'll be
Yeah.
62 on the 22nd.
You'll be 60 what? I didn't hear him. Now, what? How old, Jonathan?
I think he said
62 on the 22nd.
62 on the 22nd. All right. All right. Getting younger every day. All right, Allie.
Hi. I had a brand partner a couple years ago, and she got into a relationship and she didn't want to eat right and think right and drink the water right. So she stopped using them. And she recently got in touch with me, and there's a longevity on the patches. So she still had them. She said, I pulled them out. I started using the X39, and I noticed I was looking for Matilda. Matilda's her cane. And she'd be walking and put it down because she didn't need it anymore. And I also want to thank Jonathan because I had a lot of heart stuff going on, similar to you. And it was from losing the nerves that control that. But I stuck with everything. I'm not taking any medication that the cardiologist thought I'd need. So important to come here and listen to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. It is our hope. We really offer hope. Thank you so much, Allie. Okay, we can talk about other patches now because we're past the 15-minute mark. So hello, Karen, welcome back.
Hello, thank you. Sorry about that. I know better too.
That's okay.
Anyway, this is just such a quick and easy fix, and I can't swear that it works, but every time I do it, I never think about my neck and shoulders again. All you do is you put a carnosine patch on the back of your neck, at that top bone when you put your head down and the little bone that protrudes, and a glutathione right under your belly button. And that is something that relieves neck and shoulder discomfort, pain, whatever. It's awesome. And like I said, I can't swear it works. It's just I put it on, don't think about my neck and shoulders anymore. So it does actually work. It's awesome.
Was that just an intuitive?
Can you repeat the first patch? The one that goes in the neck?
Carnosine.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So Karen, was that just an intuitive?
Carnosine on the back of your neck.
Mm-hmm.
No. It was something I got from Dr. Nicholas a long time ago. He used to send out things, and that was one of their protocols.
Oh, for neck and shoulder. All right.
Neck and shoulder tension and pain and everything, and it's really helpful. Sometimes you might be going to sleep and your neck and shoulders just bothering you. Carnosine on the back, glutathione under the belly button. And the way I remember is I just think glutathione, I think a gut, so I put it down there anyway. So that makes it easier to remember. But yeah, give it a go. Give it a go.
Give it a go. Thank you, Karen.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thank you,
Mike, and then Helen and Tim.
So I was at a Chamber of Commerce mixer meeting, and Sunshower got up and gave a little talk about the patches. So I went up and asked her for her business card, and we started talking. She asked me, what is the challenge you're facing? And I told her I had a lot of low back pain. I was in a car wreck when I was probably 3 or 4 years old, and it's caused me pain in my back, low back, for years and years. So within, she actually took the patch off of her neck and put it on my back. And within about 15 minutes, the pain had dropped significantly. So that got my attention. So I went ahead and signed up, and I've been going to the chiropractor once or twice a week for months, and I put that patch on, and I haven't been back to the chiropractor since. That's now been about 6 weeks, and it just has really worked for me.
Wow. So the patch is actually saving you money too, in addition to helping your back to heal. Yay,
Exactly.
Mike. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, Helen and Tim.
Hi, everybody. It's Tim. I have had that plaque problem you get on your teeth my whole life. Every time I go, it's like, do you ever brush your teeth? It's like, yes. But anyway, the last time I went, and I'm 75, they said had the same whatever they're called.
Hygienist.
That one, yeah. The hygienist said, what's going on? Because this is the best. They were like, the pockets are almost gone. And I said, well, here it is. Nothing happened, of course, but the word's going to get around.
It's going to get around. It is. Yes, it already is. Thank you, Tim. That's awesome. Tooth story. All right. We have Mara Ava.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
So good, thank you. So most of you know my story, especially Dr. Tom being my sponsor mentor. But 7 weeks ago, Friday, I was closing a window and got on my counter, and the humidity was on my counter. I had a glass of water, and I fell down on the glass of water, and it cut my throat 5 layers. I was bleeding out severely. Luckily I hit my head in the tile, but it wasn't where I was unconscious. I was able to call my friend. He was there in 10 minutes. Ambulance, trauma unit. I live 1 minute from the hospital, ETA, trauma unit. I was bleeding out. I mean, severely. Went upstairs. It looked like a murder massacre. 27 stitches later in my neck and my fingers. I got like 6 stitches in two of the fingers here. Later I got a show, then I followed up with him not last week, the week before, and he told me the scar would fade. It would take about a year. I showed Dr. Tom my pictures of the stitches, but then the other day, and I've been wearing an X39 Eon every day. And on my 40th class reunion last weekend, nobody even said anything because you barely can even see it. And we're talking 7 weeks out. And it's truly miracle. Number one, if I was a 1/4 inch over, I would not be alive right now.
Yeah.
Or if my friend didn't come and I was hit my head, I would, because I would just, you can't get too specific, but it was very, very traumatic. But the miracle and the science, X39 EM has done me greatly.
Wow, Mara Ava. Well,
Yeah.
we are glad you are still here with us. Your work is not over, my dear.
No.
All right. Thank you
Yeah,
for sharing.
so-
My gosh.
Thank you.
What a
Yep.
story. All right,
It
Michelle.
truly
go-
was. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Just trying to figure out where my camera is. Anyways, I've been using the products now for probably 3 years almost. And I've been using the X3949 for at least the last year. And the other week I went for a major hike, and I haven't hiked anything more than an hour, and that's been fine on my body. But I ended up being on this hike where it was 10 kilometers one way with 1,000-meter elevation gain. So it was nearly 8 hours before we completed our hike, and we were back at the car and then back for a 2-hour drive. And the next day when I woke up, I was expecting to be crippled, to be able to not go up or down the stairs. And to my miraculous feelings was, I'm not sore. My knees might be a tiny bit creaky, but I went to work. I had energy. I was doing everything. And I was really grateful for what that has done, because I've been on some major hikes before and I have felt like my legs had been jelly for a week later. So
Mhm.
that was
That's
my
significant.
personal
That's
shout out.
beautiful. Just peel and stick, right? So simple.
So simple.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're
All
welcome.
right, John.
Yeah, good morning, or wherever, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's great to be here, and I've been using the patches consistently for about 8 months. And what I'm noticing, a couple of things, and many things, a lot of them subtle, but I like noticing subtleties, and one of them is cognitive function. And in that category, my ability to process information is really getting good. I'm able to speak in front of people and have little hesitation for what goes on, and really clarity in what I want to say, and the ability then to say it. So that's good. Last time I was on, I was talking about now taking 2 steps at a time going up the stairs, and
I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, and that's pretty much a habit now. I don't think about doing it, it's what I do. And when I am in a crowd or having to go up one at a time for something, it's like, this just doesn't feel right. And I'm enjoying the added flexibility that pushing that provides. And so lots of other things, and things that I would like to see that I don't see from stories from other people, but what I'm getting are good, and I'm going to keep getting them. So
Yes, you are. You're now officially addicted. Hey, John. That's a
okay.
great share. Thank you so much. Cognitive function is very, very important. Not something to sneeze at. That's awesome. Okay, let's take 2 more people and then we're going to close up the call. We're getting to the bottom of the hour. We'll take Christy and then Lavelle. Go ahead and unmute, Christy.
Hi, I don't know if this is the X39 or the Eon or both, because I'm using both of them. And so I noticed that before I was using them or not using them, I used to have like pain in the bottom of my foot, where like the ball of your foot. And so it would be just excruciating pain. And then I'd also have pain in the back of my neck, which I had from years ago, like a car injury. And so I'd also been to the chiropractor for that years ago, but I still had pain. And so since using both of those, I've been doing both of them for about a year or more. And I've noticed I have no more pain. I don't have to do anything to worry about the pain. So that's gone. Thank you.
Thank you. Being out of pain. Who
Yes.
wants more of that? Thank you so much. All right, Lavelle.
Morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so X39, 5 years ago, like Jonathan said, when we first got started, in 30 days, my pain in my knee went away. But listening to Anne Moreau about high blood pressure, I added X39 and I added X49, X49, X39. And then my doctor took my wife and I in 4 months off of our high blood pressure medicine. And then meeting with our famous neurologist, Dr. Tom Acklin, over here in California, when we had our conference here, I asked him about high blood sugar. And he said, add SP6. And my wife and I, both blood sugar was over 200. And in 2 weeks, both of our blood sugars dropped down over 100 points.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So my blood sugar went to 90, Mine went to 86 and my wife went to 73.
Now, I was a nurse, so I might have to know, was this your fasting blood sugar level? When you got up in the morning, you hadn't eaten for 12 hours when you had your blood work done?
Okay, so my blood sugar, I may wake up with like 140 or something, but when I put on the SP6 in like a couple of hours, it would go to like 112,
my gosh.
96, 98. So a lot of people, especially in my family, have high blood sugar.
That's
And you know, people get their feet cut off and toes cut off. And this is
Yeah.
a big thing. So I really want to thank Dr. Ackland. That is a powerful, powerful
Yay,
thing.
Dr. Tom. Yay, great share, Lavelle. So combination, always remember, everybody, X39 is the foundation. We always use that. And then we add those other wonderful patches. So, all right, this
And
has
I
been
didn't do anything, by the way, Michelle. Thank God for David Schmidt. David's the hero.
David is the hero.
We all just get to carry the message. Yeah.
You're just pointing in the right direction, Dr. Tom. I know.
Hey, our job is just to tell the truth. Show up, just like Lavelle says all the time. Show up, tell the truth.
That's right.
Yeah,
Show
sure.
up and speak up. Tell your
Amen.
story. Thank
And
you.
God bless John too. I just want to say God bless John. Talking about speaking up, that's huge. Spiritual courage and metabolic courage go together. And we put the body back into a really great shape. You know, we put the body back into metabolic flexibility. And then all of a sudden we get to behave out there in the world like we used to. So God bless you, John.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Tom. All right. I don't even know if Liz wants to say something because Gregory and Robin are in Kauai. So they're sleeping probably because it's 5:30 a.m. there right now. And but I did check with them and they said that tonight, Janet Kiefer and Connie Lucas, who are two SPDs, are going to be sharing on our community call. And it's to be announced or to be determined what they're going to speak on. So everybody show up tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we will have our community call. So if Liz, you want to unmute everybody and everybody can say goodbye.
Show up with a pad and paper, right?
Yeah, for sure, John.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for all
much.
the
Thank you, everyone, for the
experiences.
Great
Thank
shares.
you.
Great
Bye-bye.
shares.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a
Great
great
job,
day.
Michelle.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Being here.